Errol, the Truth Spence Jr., will make a major comeback. I'll give my reasons why in this video. Welcome back to my channel. Errol Spence Jr., current IBF and WBC welterweight champion, recently did an interview with Brian Custer on the Last Stand podcast. Actually, it was a really great interview. I think Brian asked some really good questions. And it seems like, Errol Spence, he's really a stand-up guy. So I really enjoy, watching, some of his interviews because he's a very honest guy. But, I think he's going to make a major comeback. Just watching the interview, I learned some things and I took some things from that, that I think that is going to come to play here very soon. I think that, the car crash and also, COVID-19 has really, put things in perspective for Errol Spence. It seems like, he kind of enjoyed this downtime, took some time to get better health wise in terms of, healing from his injuries. And also, he took this time off to kind of stay in shape and get his weight down. I saw something on IG Live where he said his weight was around 160 right now. And from my understanding, he won't be fighting until probably October or November. So Errol Spence right now at 160, and he has some time to prepare and get ready for his next fight in October, November. I think that's gonna be whoever his next opponent is going he's gonna be a major problem. So it seems like right now he's kind of trying to stay in shape. He's looking at this time as a positive instead of a negative. Him being 160 right now, I mean, that's a really a great sign that he's in great spirits and he's taking his time serious. I seen somewhere where he's usually around, he walks around 185, 190, in between fights. So that shows right there that, he's taking his time and to better himself. I saw something, Brian mentioned that, Brian asked him a question in regards to, him partying and hanging out, the late nights and all that stuff in between fights. And it seems like right now, since, all this COVID stuff happened that, of course we all are quarantined in the house and all that stuff, but, he's used this time to kind of put things in perspective, like, all this partying stuff, all this, late hanging out, late night stuff, all that stuff can happen later in life. I need to get more serious about my craft. So I learned that, it seems like, during the interview, he is taking his time to, be more serious about his craft. Cause when you work so hard for a goal and you finally obtain that goal, sometimes, you slack off and you take things for granted. So I think, like I said before, I think that the car crash and the COVID-19 has slowed down Spence and helped him really put things in perspective. So I think he's going to be, when he comes back, I think he's going to stay in shape, all year round instead of, just waiting, until camp to get in shape. So like I say, if he's 160 right now, when camp actually does start, all he's going to have to do is just kind of, go to camp and work on techniques and kind of, game plan for whoever he's going to face instead of, having to lose so much weight. So I think that's a major plus for Spence right now. And during the interview, Brian asked him about Ugas. Ugas really wants this fight, but, it seems like Spence is like, look, I don't want to face this, this no name guy. And no disrespect to Ugas, but, he's kind of one of those, risk versus reward type of fighter. So if you fight him and you win, you gain nothing. If you lose, you lose everything. So, he's a great fighter, but, he's kind of, not known to the masses, outside of the boxing world. But me personally, I think Ugas actually beat Sean Porter And I know a lot of people think the same. I think that last slip, quote unquote slip, I think that was a knockdown. But that's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, I do think he beat Sean Porter. But I know Ugas wants to fight. But I don't think he's going to get it. Based on the interview with Brian Custer, it seems like Spence has a hit list. He wants Manny Pacquiao. He wants of course Crawford. He wants Crawford before he leaves 47, which I really hope that somebody makes this fight happen. But yeah, I think Spence he's gonna come back stronger than ever. I think he uses this time. He used this time to kind of mentally get back right, physically get back right. So I think when he does come back in October, November, he's gonna be a problem from anybody in the welterweight division. So let me know your thoughts on Spence. If you've seen the interview, let me know your thoughts on that. Do you think he's gonna come back stronger than ever? Do you think that he's using this time wisely? Do you think that, the fight with Crawford is ever going to happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. I'll be uploading weekly videos on all content related to boxing. And my motto is I never claim to be an expert, just got a love for boxing. And I'm out. Peace.